What kind of reactions have you had? Any comments to the shirt besides us?
Oh my God, the shirt's gotten a lot of good vibes today. People love to say gay. Oy vey, say gay. It's been fantastic. Yeah.
Is it just a rhyme, or isn't there some meaning to it?
No, I mean, I was marching with fellow Jews here in the parade. There's a huge contingent of queer Jews who came out along with our allies. And so this is actually from JQ International, which is an LGBTQ Jewish organization based here in Los Angeles that provides education and support services and community for LGBTQ Jews and those who love us. And so we marched in the parade, and here's this is a JQ shirt. Yeah.
Can I see your kippah?
Of course you can. Yeah, but it's a very hard time to be gay and Jewish, right?
Why is that?
Because what's that?
I'm Dr. Doug. I'm also a gay Jewish person.
Oh, nice.
Yes, can I interview you while you're talking?
Sure.
I have a flyer. I'll show you.
Sure.
Are you Jewish?
Of course I'm Jewish.
What do you mean, of course?
Yes, I'm Jewish.
Just because you're a doctor.
It's a hard time to be gay and Jewish, right? The Jewish part, because with rising anti-Semitism, there is more and more pressure on Jews. There's more anti-Semitism now than at any time in my life. And then you add on to that, you all right? And then you add on to that the increasing attacks, legislative attacks on queer people, especially trans and non-binary people. So you have hate coming from both directions for our queer Jewish family. And it's so important that we stand up, that we're visible, that we wear our shirts, that we wear our rainbow yarmulkes, and tell people Judaism is about love. Queer people are part of our people. They always have been. We always have been. We always will be. And that it's important to say we're made in the image of the Holy One, just like everybody else.
So, would you elaborate a little, please, on this notion of legislative persecution?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you look at the number of anti-trans and anti-LGBTQ bills that have been introduced in state houses across the country, we're seeing an unprecedented number of those come to be. It's a major safety risk for LGBTQ brethren in many parts of our country. So, and unfortunately, there's some overlap between the white supremacist ideology that's targeting trans and non-binary people and also those who dislike Jews. So the intersection between anti-Semitism and homophobia and transphobia, it's a straight line.
How concerned are you about the anti-Semitism from the left?
From the left?
Yeah, the anti-Zionism, that essentially masqueraded anti-Semitism, that discriminates, for example, at CUNY Law School.
I think that we all have a lot of work to do when it comes to identifying anti-Semitism and what it means to be anti-Semitic. I think in the queer community, it's especially challenging because many of the activists and people who are supportive of queer rights, many of them also feel really attached to ending the occupation. And so when you have those two conflated and in the same space, it can sometimes lead to challenging situations for Jews, especially in activist spaces. So we need to do a better job of talking to each other, of knowing each other, of staying in spaces and staying in dialogue with each other, instead of just saying, oh, that's anti-Semitic on its face and therefore I can't participate, and vice versa. For someone to see me in this shirt wearing my yarmulke and yelling Free Palestine at me on this parade.
Has that happened?
That happened today. Yeah, that happened today. Like they don't understand that that's anti-Semitic, right? They don't understand.
Don't they? Or don't they care?
I don't know. I don't know them. What I'm saying is like...
Are they Muslim?
I have no idea. It's a parade. It's anybody's here. What I'm saying is though, like those are the people we need to be in dialogue with and need to help bring closer and call in, not call out.
So, but the notion that Free Palestine means an Israeli persecution or oppression, this notion is introduced through the left. In other words, the intersectionality between making Palestinianism a leftist cause and not Zionism, which is a liberation movement for the Jewish people, which should be more seen among the progressives.
What I'll say is, like, for the person who screams at me Free Palestine while I'm marching in the WeHo Pride Parade, that's not a person who I want to say, oh, you're a straight up anti-Semite, get away from me. That's a person I want to say, like, do you understand what that means? Why are you saying that to me? Let's engage in conversation and dialogue.
But you use the term the occupation. What are you referring to when you say the occupation?
The occupation of the West Bank after the Yom Kippur War, right? That's what we're talking about.
Right, so that's a disputed territory and it's a military occupation.
Look, buddy, do you have other questions? Because I'm going to go soon. What else do you want to talk about?
The notion that idea, not your idea, that their idea that Free Palestine, that they may be thinking the occupation is all of Israel.
I have no idea what that person meant when she screamed Free Palestine at me. I have no idea. What I do know is that there was a tremendous amount of queer Jewish joy here at this parade, and that queer Jewish joy transcends all the hate that can possibly be thrown at us.
Wait, was there a shul represented like Bet Shir Chadashim?
There were, and also next weekend at the LA Pride Parade, there's a consortium of synagogues that are going to march together. I think it's actually the largest consortium of synagogues that have ever marched in the Pride Parade here in Los Angeles. We have over 140 people already registered. It's an incredible show of solidarity across the Jewish spectrum, and also for queer Jews.
You have a role in one of the shuls?
I'm a member of ECAR. Yeah. And I like being Jewish and gay in Los Angeles, so there you go.